Hello and welcome. I'm your host, William Liu. I'm joined by co-host Alex Wong. By the way, it is happy birthday to co-host Alex Wong.
41, baby.
Turning
halfway to 82.
Dirk Nowitzki, halfway to Kobe's, well, actually more than halfway to Kobe's 81 now. And of course, that voice you just heard, unmistakable voice, really, that you just heard. I was going to do the intro for this, but Alex usually has a set of introductions that he does for our guests right here. So I'm just going to pass the mic off. Go ahead, man.
Special guest, get special introductions. We got Matty D, a.k.a. Big Call Matt, a.k.a. Matty World Peace, Jurassic Matt, Matty Mic Drop, Matty Buckets, Devlin and Chill. Call him Dev Patel the way he called Punjabi for Peja. Call him the Joker because why so Syracuse? Syracuse? Call him Matty Ducks the way he's raising hockey players. Fleetwood Matt, no country for old Matt. Better call Matt when the Raptors are within 8 with 3 minutes left.
They need this.
Boba Bataze, the way he loves bubble tea. The voice of the North, the play-by-play Bay. Raptors play-by-play man, Matt Devlin, is here for his annual interview with Hello and Welcome.
RJ kidding me?
Oh,
well,
man.
you know, we're very grateful. We're very grateful for the RJ kidding me call last year. But halfway through the season, I remember, approaching you and saying that, hey, AJ Lawson's on the team now.
Yeah.
Can we get a AJ kidding me?
Yeah.
And yeah, you kind of just walked away from it.
Happy birthday to you. Come on, Jerome.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. I mean, come on.
Mr. President.
Come on, man. I mean,
It's not that kind of
It's a
birthday.
big birthday. We got a cake coming for you.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Maybe.
Little team dinner
Maybe.
coming up soon.
No, nowhere else I want to spend, my birthday,
Calgary.
yeah,
with-
Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah.
Beautiful
with
city.
Matt Devlin. We
You
just
got a
had
big night planned. I know that.
great sandwiches at Alumni Sandwich.
Yeah, that was actually
earlier
that
today.
was great.
Ooh, man.
That
Yeah,
was great.
Calgary's been very impressive so far,
Yeah.
man, I got to say.
Some great conversations.
Yep.
Will not
yep.
make it on the podcast.
That's
Nope,
right.
Nope, trust me, yep.
That's right. These mics are only hot when we're live right
Just
now. so-
remember, Matty, you are live, so.
Yeah. Oh, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt, first off.
Oh, my pleasure. Always great to see all the success you guys are having. Fun
Thank you.
over the course of the summertime to follow along on your Insta and
Yeah.
just to see all the fun places you guys are
A lot of
heading off to.
A lot of
and
Oasis
like-
concerts. You
Yeah.
know. You and I both going to London, but separate times. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
so it's all good.
both
it
going
was
to
all
Tate
good.
Modern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your summer? People have heard about our summer.
Yeah.
You know
Sure,
what?
something.
It was a phenomenal summer. It was the first time in 35 plus years where, once the regular season ended, I then, did a couple of playoff games. And then after that, it was really just a great summer being with the family. I mean, I didn't really take any jobs and do some other, freelance things. And it was well worth it. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's well deserved some time off.
Yeah, you know what? It was great. We as you know, you spend a lot of days on the road. You miss, a lot of things.
Yep.
So is a lot of catch up time, and that's that's important. That's for sure.
That's great. That's great. We did hear you call some extra Davion Mitchell action. A little bit extra Gary Trent Jr.
Little,
you
yeah,
know?
and a little Gary, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a heck of a game against Indiana, as you both know, and what a crazy finish that was, and of course the Cleveland Miami series really wasn't much of one, right? And
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be back calling some playoff games, and hopefully we'll be able to do it all again.
That's right.
This season, and I do think that the Raptors have that ability to to be a playoff team.
So, yeah, you know how this we've done enough interviews and shows together now where we talk about the Raptors, we get all the work stuff out the way, and at some point we make it about life advice for the two of us.
Well,
we you have a lot of
I mean, I'll just
lot of
say
wisdom.
this. We were driving over here. I was really saying to my
what don't say what we're driving over here.
No,
in a silent car. Listen to Bad Bunny. That's
yeah,
it.
we were Jerome's choice, and I was just saying how I think this year those post game quick
Yeah.
Will Lou
Yeah.
moments just I think they'll be okay.
Like a happier, yeah.
Yeah, happier,
Like
more
calmer, like
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, let's get to that because we're here in training camp. Raptors obviously getting ready to do something different for a change, to start winning games. I think, we're seeing year 3 of Darko with the team. I thought Jack kind of put it very eloquently. He's been coaching with a hand tied behind his back. I'd argue 2 hands tied behind his back recently as well. This year, finally getting a chance to take the team in a winning direction, and looks like all the players are healthy outside of Alwa Shamsha. I mean, realistically wasn't going to factor in here. You're seeing a healthy team. You're seeing an excited team, a rejuvenated team. Emmanuel Quickly's in the best shape of his life. RJ Barrett looks vibrant and positive. And, of course, Brandon Ingram. Everyone's talking about Brandon Ingram. How are they looking to you?
Well, I'll say this. Number one, the fact that Brandon Ingram, and Scotty have both come out and said we are headed to the postseason. That's our goal. That's what we want to do. That's that next step. So the most important thing is that 5, right? The 5 that we know, Quick and RJ and BI and Yak and Scotty, that they're together playing, and there's some cohesion, some chemistry that hopefully develops quickly. We know all the player games lost last year, right? And so can you avoid injury? I look at it now, I've said this kind of quite often, like we all know 82, right? 82 games. And I think ironically, Yak is the last one to play all 82 for the Raptors. And then prior to that, it was Bismack Biyombo. And 70 is like the new 82.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying to Alex every time he turns another birthday. It's just
41 is the new
22,
30.
man.
Should have
So,
taken
but
today
anyway,
off.
if you can get 70 games,
Yep.
right? And then with those 5, because we look at playoff teams from a season ago, they were teams that had their core group together for 65 games, right?
Yeah.
65 to 70 games. And then, you figure out a way with the others. So you have that 5. The depth of this team is going to be, I think we go back to the bench mob type of, thought process. I don't think it's going to be 5 in, 5 out.
Right.
They've talked about, keeping a starter or 2 in with that group. And so I think there's going to be choices, the style of play that they want to play, a lot of ball pressure, picking up, being disruptive defensively, getting out into early, offense. And so to me, it's a really exciting year. Last season, Detroit made a quantum leap, as we know. J.B. Bickerstaff did a superb job. They went 44-38. That got you the 6th spot.
Yeah.
And you think about the Raptors, I mean, they were this close to the play-in when you weren't trying to go to the play-in.
Right.
And so, and they had a gauntlet of a early season schedule.
For sure.
And so to me, this is a team that has the ability certainly to go to the play-in. And I actually think that they could be a team, depending upon, from a health perspective, that you could see them in that 6th spot. Yeah. Obviously, some of that has to do with other teams, but that's, it's just the fact of life, right? Tatum's out in Boston, Halliburton obviously out in Indiana, and then Miles Turner, signing in Milwaukee. So I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be competitive, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we were having this chat in the media room. Do you you said you think the Raptors could play 12 guys in the rotation?
Yeah, I think.
Matt, you've called a lot of games. 12 guys in the rotation
Is a lot.
How does that happen?
Yeah, well, I think that with the style of play, because I was having this conversation with someone that look, the league, you have to have 10, but you really do have to have 12 based upon you look at, what has happened right throughout the game, and the pace of play is faster than it's ever been. And so, will there be an opportunity? I think there will be some nights, but for sure we know it's 10, and you're going to sneak in 11 based on fouls or what have you. So, it could be that. Now, those minutes may not be that significant, but if you do decide to go in that direction, obviously we know that, the starting 5, their minutes, could be slightly down a little bit. And then I think a lot of it's just going to be, who fits in, what different combinations, who you're playing against. the key piece in all of this, too, to me, is going to be their 3-point shooting, right? That they're going to have to shoot a better number. Quick, can he, catch and shoot threes are going to be really important. And I think, coming off of the bench, can Ochai build on last season? Grady was 35% last season. Can he get to
40?
Yeah, I was going to say 37, but if you want to go 40,
Let's
go
go
ahead.
To 40. Let's go to 40.
And so I think, that, is going to be important. But they certainly have a lot of different combinations that they can go with, right? And I think that's, something that's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to watching that. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but
yeah, I mean, we were talking about expectations yesterday with Joe Cash too, and I think, for me, like, I don't see any reason why they can't be a top 6 team, like you said. Like, I don't see any reason why they can't be like Detroit, like you mentioned. Yeah. Like, the talent is there. I think there's a lot of depth there, but I think everybody's just waiting to see that starting 5, right? Like, we just haven't seen the starting 5.
And last year we know the 4, right? And we know the record of when they had the 4 together. And so now, hey, it's that 5. To me, BI's averaged 55, 56 games in his career, right? He's had a couple of years where obviously that number is a lot higher than that and hasn't played since December of last year. Yeah. He looks great. The thing to me, people forget over a 4-year period of time, he averaged 25 and 5, right? And there's not for 4 straight years. I think the number is like 1 of 8 guys in the league to do that, right? But you now have somebody that, because we know how Scotty is such a willing passer, that you have somebody at the end of the shot clock that's been there and done that.
Yeah.
And I really, like, that's just a safety net for you as a team. And having him there, Yak, we know, is a connector, right? They obviously want to get out and play in transition. We know, Quick can do that. His 3-point shooting as well. His number of games obviously has to go up. And then R.J. Barrett, to me, the thing about R.J. that I love, number one, he loves being a Raptor. Yeah. And he's great when it just comes to, okay, if that offense is stalling, he's going to put his head down. He's going to get to the rim, right, and will not be denied. He looks great so far in training camp. So I'm just really excited to see what this group of 5 can do. And then the different rotations and combinations that you'll see. And I think some of that will be determined on, who you're, going up against, right? So,
well, I'm happy you brought up RJ, because I thought I really like this piece that Josh Lewinberg over at TSN wrote about RJ Barrett. And he got a quote from RJ in this interview. RJ said, quote, "Obviously, this is the place I want to be. I would love to finish my career here. This is my home. But I think that with it, understanding the business aspect of it, and if you look at contract situations and all that, it makes sense to put my name in it, right? So I don't take any of it personally. People are just looking at numbers, looking at figures, looking at everything, and kind of just what will make sense. So I don't have any ill wills or feelings about that. All I can do is play my game and try to help the team win, because at the end of the day, what negates all of that? If the team is winning, there's no need for any of that. And I think it's a very mature answer from RJ, because there were a lot of trade rumors in the offseason. It was anytime the Raptors were brought up and linked to anybody, it was like, well, RJ will go the other way. Right. I think even when they traded for Brandon, it was like, well, maybe RJ will go the other way. Right. At the same time, I'm really enjoying RJ's presence on a Raptor, and I think this really speaks to me, a very mature young man who understands sort of where he sits in the whole grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I'm a huge RJ Barrett fan. I've known RJ a long time. He's a wonderful young man, and his game has evolved, and people forget that when he was in New York, what was asked of him, that's what he did from an offensive standpoint. And now, as we saw, over the last year plus, the cutting, the movement, those sort of things, his defensive, ability improving, certainly. His ability, as I mentioned earlier, to get to the iron. Can his free throw shooting get back to what his career average has been, which is over 70? I think that's going to be important for him, because his form, everything is great. It's just knocking those down. But I'm a huge fan of RJ, as a person as well as a player. And, it'll be interesting to see because, as we all know, the right now over the cap, but you have time to get under it. Bobby's talked about all of that. And he has another year on his deal outside of this deal. And the marketplace, as we know, is a very interesting marketplace. And, teams, when you look at, teams, as we know, I've described it a lot. The NBA is, has become a little bit of, the Maple Leafs with the core four, right? It's like you're paying 4 guys or 3 guys, and then you're trying to find just a ton of bargains,
cheap talent.
young, right? And so if you look at the Raptors' salaries, that's kind of where they are, right? You have 5 guys, and then it's everybody on, new deals or lower deals, and that's the way the league, has evolved. There's very few of the mid-levels anymore and things like that. Yeah. So teams that have done a good job at that are the ones that you're seeing, making runs, right? Oklahoma City's an anomaly for so many different reasons, the outlier. And everybody knows why. I thought Indiana, the job that Kevin Pritchard and Chad Buchanan did with the Pacers on the go was as good as any. It was the first time in under this current system that 2 non-tax-paying teams met in the NBA Finals. The first time a non-tax-paying team won. So I thought that was, fascinating and kind of told you a little bit about what the future may, potentially be. OKC is not going to run into any of those issues that maybe some other teams have because they have a plethora of first-round picks, as everybody knows. And then some of the contracts that may hurt them once these extensions kick in, they'll have first-round picks to attach, and you're able to move. And by that time, that younger, less expensive talent will be coming up. So it's interesting. But, for RJ, getting back to that, control what you can control, and that's what he's doing. And, when you win, as everybody knows, you all eat, right? And that's, everybody gets what they want when you win, right? The recognition, the All-NBAs, the All-Stars, the money, and all those things. And, if this team has success, it'll be a lot of fun for a lot of people, including us.
Yeah, you mentioned Bobby too. Like, obviously the big move this summer, Masai leaving the organization. How different, or how do you feel like it's going to be with Bobby leading the way versus Masai's been the voice of this team for so long?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, interesting because, as we know, Masai was here, for so long, and 12 years, and I've known Masai, prior to that, when you go back when he worked with, Brian Colangelo. But Bobby has been here all along, and I think it's great for Bobby, right, at this stage of his career, right, of being the one that's I think, he was doing a lot of the day-to-days. He was the one on the phones making calls and stuff, right? Like, this isn't, like, new, right? So, but, not seeing Masai this time of year and catching up and talking hoops with them is different. But Bobby, I ran into David Griffin this summer, and of course he was like going to New Orleans, and we were talking, and this was before they named Bobby as like, okay, hey, this, we're not going to hire a president, you're the guy, and we're going to give you more years on an extension. And David Griffin's like, that's Bobby's job. That's got to be Bobby's job. Like everybody.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah, he has so many of his colleagues, are like, he's the guy, right? He's, good at what he does, right. The opportunity to do it. And I thought that was interesting, right? That, David Griffin was like, that's Bobby's, and obviously, as we know, he dealt with him because he was in the BI deal.
I was going to say,
right? So,
yeah, sure.
and just so, other people, the respect level that they have for him. So, and then that staff is the same, right?
It is funny because every other person is there.
It's just Masai's absence.
Just Masai's
and you feel it. You feel it. Yeah. Media day.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
no big quotables, the big presidential speech.
Yeah, I mean,
We're trying to tell Bobby to give us a couple quotes. You know,
you know,
gotta get a catchphrase.
yeah,
We will win in Toronto.
yeah,
That's a
we
good
will
one.
win. And the Raptors did, right? Yeah, so I think from that element, it's different, but yet there is an element that it's like it seems the same, right?
Yeah.
But the progression of where this team is, and what I think the vision is, and I've said this often. I think a lot of this will, play out the differences, because people said this about Nick Nurse after Dwight. Well, what is he get? Well, when you're an assistant, or when you're the 2 and not the 1, when you're in that position, at the end of the day, you can give suggestions and all that, but the head coach is going to go and
For sure.
right. And it's the same thing with Bobby. He can make decisions, on certain things and make suggestions, but then ultimately, Masai has, so we'll see kind of how that evolves and play out, because as we know, certainly Nick was different than Dwayne, and Dwayne was great, for the Raptors, and then Nick obviously leading them to the, NBA Finals, and the championship was amazing run, with the Raptors, and now, you have Darko right in year 3, and for him, you could tell he's excited about getting after it this season.
Yeah, I think that's the other part too. Is I think, we have a lot of young players. I think the Raptors have amassed a lot of really talented young players that I would like to see how they progress. I mean, Colin Murray-Boyles obviously is one of those guys, and seems like
defensively,
a really smart kid, by the way.
Yeah, defensively, that's a player that's going to be able to be impactful.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
He's
I
got
think
the perfect build for that, right?
He does.
Positionless switch.
Yeah,
Good hands.
and watching him in training camp, like first day, you're just like, yeah, okay, like, you can see it, right? So I think that's going to be exciting for fans, and the ability, the one thing when you look back in 2019, ultimately the ability of that team to play multiple styles and multiple combinations, big, small, whatever, is so important. It's not as important in the regular season, because when you're good, right? You can beat them the way you want to beat them. But when you get into the postseason, as we saw in the second round against Philadelphia, the 76ers, they were, they went to the jumbo lineup, because you had to go to the jumbo lineup against Philadelphia, right? So, this team has that ability to play big, play small, play, with all guys out there 6'8", and, or you can go right. We've seen that before.
We're back.
I know,
time's a flat circle.
But I think that, along with the addition, or the improvement of the 3-point shooting, I think is just going to be important.
Yeah.
We're gonna get some new calls from you this year. Are you excited about the 9 to 5 nickname that RJ?
Yeah.
And quickly,
well, he's like, I don't worry about 5, and we're like, wait, hold on, we're calling him 5 now. He's like, yeah, we don't worry about 5. And by the way, we're 9 to 5.
We're 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You
So
like
we
9 to 5?
What a way to make a living. Barely getting by.
Oh, see, this could work on the
Taking
Brock.
and no giving.
Dude, this is
That's a song, by the way.
Is that Dolly Parton?
I Shazam that one, actually.
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
You know a lot of
I'm
songs.
41. Yeah.
Has a player ever come up to you and pitched an idea for a call?
Yeah, Kawhi's like, yo, call me the Claw, man. So you're not calling me the Claw enough.
Paid.
Come on, man.
As a player,
Serge is like, come on, man, say my Fuzi chef.
Just say it. I can't. Off the top of my head, I can't recall.
Did a player ever come to you and say, like, hey, I actually don't like that nickname? Like, let's drop it?
No. But I remember talking to Pascal and Fred about Spice and Dice and stuff like that. And
Shosa and Esmer coined that.
Yeah, exactly.
They were with it, though.
Oh, yeah, they were totally like, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
That's unbelievable.
And all those things, by the way, it's just like, I don't know, Freddie All-Star and just all
Freddie All-Star was a great
Freddie
like
All-Star,
all that stuff just comes up.
Freddie All-Star was, it just fit. It just fit.
I think you actually did
Steady Freddie, which
Yeah.
I came up with in the 4th, whatever, and a few other different ones that, but they,
This guy's
I don't
Jay-Z,
sit
no
in
pen, just drawing us some
I don't
free shit.
sit in my, hotel room going, okay, what am I gonna, I did, like, okay.
Yeah, we went over this last time. The only call you ever pre-scripted was Canada.
Yeah.
Well,
the NBA title is yours.
That's yours. I can't.
I didn't want to mess that one up.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't really thought of.
Okay. Well, we're here
when
to
the
help.
ball goes up,
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Did RJ like RJ kidding me? Was that?
Uh,
No feedback on RJ kidding me.
yeah, I
huh?
don't think there was ever any feedback.
I got more important things to talk about, man.
I don't know. I think we talked about other stuff because I think there was another RJ one I came up with where RJ and I were laughing about, and I even forget which one that was.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, no, that had not that did not come out.
Well, we still need the 3-point call from Pacific Mall, which I've been asking for. Yes.
For a lot of years.
I'll remind you again.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
remind
Yeah,
you
yeah,
I
again.
didn't get that in last year.
I don't
No,
think so.
no, come on, for the Asian
I mean, I
community.
can't say I watched every Raptors game,
Oh,
but
that-
I don't think I caught that
ain't
one.
What?
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Wait, you didn't watch
right.
Raptors Hornets in April?
Well, this is the other thing we're saying. Like, man, Maddie, like, obviously you're a legend.
I don't know about
we glaze
you're a
you all the
legend, man.
time, but it's like we want you to be calling meaningful Raptors
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was part of the excitement of 2019, even 2020,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
Like this is like we need that back in the city. Like there's no one better calling the play-by-play when the Raptors are good. And, like, we need that. We need that.
I look, we were talking about this that you think about Oklahoma City 2012, they go to the NBA Finals that summer. They decide not to sign or give James Harden the money. They trade him to Houston, and 2011 Dallas wins. They wanted to clear space for Dwight Howard. They never got him.
Yeah.
Like it's a long time back. You think of, and so hopefully this is the beginning of that time. And we saw that build up, before with the Raptors, DeMar and Kyle, and where that was going, right? Until ultimately the Kawhi deal, and then the Gasol deal, and Danny Green coming over in the Kawhi deal, and how important that was. So I just think it's going to be just really interesting to see that 5, as we talked about, to watch this team, and I think they have that ability to go to the postseason. And if you look at the Eastern Conference right now, to me, Cleveland, right, and New York, right? I think, like last year it was Cleveland and Boston. But what's going to be interesting is that for Cleveland, it's not going to be about the regular season again. They went 64-18, and they lost in the second round after J.B. Bickerstaff did a phenomenal job. By the way, Kenny Atkinson,
Great job.
great job as well, and J.B. what he did in Detroit. But anyway, aside of all that, they've been to the semis and have lost now 2 years in a row, right? So, this is a team that they may have that mentality a little bit like what the Raptors had when they won it of, hey, the regular season's the regular season. Now the winning is just a byproduct, right? Because you're that good and you're able to handle people. And then you get into the postseason, and we'll see. Does Cleveland adjust some of the things in the postseason that they didn't do a season ago? We know Indiana's, we mentioned that situation. Milwaukee, it doesn't seem like many people are, talking about, Giannis and Miles Turner. Be interesting to see that. Atlanta, I think, is a team
They've added a lot of pieces quietly.
Yeah,
along the
they
way.
have.
Yeah.
And so that, to me, is something to watch. Orlando, obviously, right?
big trade.
And having Suggs back, right, and healthy, I think losing him was significant loss for them. So, I think the time in the East is going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well, we got to be not mixed though, because I don't know. I mean, it does. You're such a professional, so people, they're not seeing this on the broadcast. But is it different covering a rebuilding team versus covering a contending team for you?
For sure. I mean, I think like any. I mean, number one, you understand what is trying to be accomplished. Right.
Yeah. Right.
In both situations.
Of course.
From the expectation standpoint, that's a difference. Even from a preparation standpoint, when you're, calling games for a team like last year, you're looking to find some, positive nuggets and other different stuff. And there's as both of you know, there's so much data out there.
Yeah.
Right. And then what is the data that really matters? Right. What is the data that, a fan can connect with? And so, for sure, it's different. A lot of the storylines when you're winning, they write themselves. right? And so last year they weren't writing themselves.
Oh,
right?
you're writing them. You
know,
have a notebook. For people who don't know, Matt is there 3 hours before the game,
Yeah.
sitting down with the notebook, okay, and he is just writing them down by hand, line by line.
I'm old school when it comes to
He
that.
writes his own scouting reports. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, maybe once in a while Kirta could come in with a little cheat sheet here or there.
Yeah,
Keeks
well,
is
no,
great.
Keeks is awesome.
Amazing statistician.
And what's awesome is that she has the ability, you know, I'm thinking something and she has the ability to find that number. And you know, she is absolutely amazing. So amazing that I hired her for the postseason games that I did.
Oh,
that's incredible.
Yeah, and
you brought her national.
Yeah,
guy
and I
brought
was
a
just
ringer.
like,
This guy brought a ringer with him.
and like, you know, I'd
Good
be
for
texting her during the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey, this whatever, and she'd pop back with something.
You didn't
It
think
was just
about-
really
you
cool.
Didn't think about hiring.
I
You
did.
didn't-
I did. I actually did, and then I thought
He
better
loves
of it.
He loves it.
They don't call me 9 to 5.
But anyway, no, she's
They call him
amazing.
5
We
to
have
9.
great notes, and
That's what he's at the casino.
you know the thing, you know, today is that there is so much out there.
Yeah.
You know, you know, and the game is faster than ever.
Sure.
You don't even have time to get in. You know, a smidgen of what you've prepared because the ball is going up and down, right? Long shot, long rebound. Well, we now know, you know, that, you know, 45 to 50% of the shots in an NBA game are going to be 3-point shots. And that means everybody is, as we all know, wants to get out in transition, get in early offense. So that changes, you know, how you call the game because everybody has a second screen when you're watching a sporting event. That changes how you call a game because you want people to look up from their phones, you know, and so how you call that, you know, has evolved and changed as well.
That's true. You know, I thought about this too, and it's just like, you know, I'm very lucky because I just get to pod with Alex anytime he wants to. You know what I mean? Like it's a very consistent co-host. But for you, I mean, I guess you have obviously Jack and you have Alvin and, you know, those guys you can work with all the time. But, you know, whenever they call you, they're like, hey, you know, we want you to come down to Cleveland. We want you to watch Cavs Heat, you know, and they pair you up with a new guy. Greg Anthony's great. Yeah.
Awesome.
But, you know, the flexibility there when you got to have a new co-host like on the spot, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, you know, and as we were talking about earlier, you know, postseason basketball is just really good.
Oh man.
And the physicality that they're allowing on the foul line up, you know, I mean, it was fun basketball to watch, I thought.
Except for Cleveland, Miami.
Except for Cleveland, Miami.
Yeah.
Come on. You didn't. Hey, Davion Mitchell did great, man.
When it was like 101-57 Cavs, did you go there right there or no?
No,
You're like,
I was
when they bring-
looking at all my post-it notes going, where can we go from
Sam
here?
Merrill's coming in. He's a 42% three-point shooter.
Yeah.
It's a 14 possession
I
game.
was going back.
Keeks giving you data on Sam Merrill right now.
I was like, I mean, I think Sam Merrill, I went back into his high school bio, man. I was looking for everything.
Yeah,
you
what
know?
do you do when it's
played
101
baseball.
to 57?
He was like a
just do
two-sport
your job.
athlete, and you just call the game. And you know, I do think you could have a lot of It depends on the game, the flow, you have multiple conversations. But I always say the game will dictate where you go.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
The game dictates where you go, and a 20-point lead in the NBA is and I know everybody likes to have fun, you know, online with me when, you know, like, they made 3 and they're down by 17 and here they come.
You can talk people into anything, man.
Yeah, but as I explained to a lot of people, a 20-point lead in the NBA is like a 2-goal lead in hockey.
Sure, yeah.
You know, like
Man,
literally,
every
like
Leafs fan right now is shivering.
the most dangerous league in sports.
You know, 3 threes in a row, a timeout.
Sure,
yeah.
It's an 11-point game.
You know?
You know, and here you go.
Yeah.
You know, and so and as we all know, we watched Indiana, Milwaukee. Like, you know, things can happen, you know.
A lot of things can happen, yeah. Just some devil magic at work there for the Indiana Pacers.
It's a 33-point game. Here they come.
That was me at the blackjack table last night.
I heard that didn't go so well.
Yeah, we'll have a segment.
We have a
for
life
everyone.
advice segment, as
we
we
do.
always do with you.
I do want to hit you. We have some listener questions before we get to these other segments
There's
too.
actually people. This is
Yeah,
live.
people
Oh,
are
yeah,
very
yeah.
excited to
Are you
have you
kidding me?
on. Coco wanted to know. We were talking about Kyle Lowry earlier. What do you? Because Kyle signed a part-time deal, I guess, with Amazon
Yeah.
Prime
Yeah,
while
yeah,
he's
yeah.
still
10
with the
appearances.
Sixers. What kind of analyst do you think?
I think he's going to
Kyle
be
will
really good.
Yeah.
Now it'll be interesting to see what he decides to do because Kyle can be deadpan funny,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
And he can be,
Yeah.
but
What he didn't say there was Kyle can be prickly.
no, he can have fun. Like
Oh,
it just
okay, okay.
depends.
All right.
No, it just depends on which way he wants
Sure,
to go.
sure. Okay, yeah, true.
But the thing about Kyle Lowry, and I think fans know this, he is a basketball junkie.
Genius. He's
And
a
he's a
genius.
He's a
like,
junkie, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you get on the bus after a game, he'll have his phone and he's watching games. He watches every game. He is a basketball genius. He knows the game inside out, back inside and out, and he watches everybody and he knows everybody's game.
Right.
I think he has a potential to be exceptional at it. It's going to be interesting to see if he enjoys it enough,
Sure.
to continue on doing it. But he loves basketball, loves to talk hoops,
Yeah.
knows the game. He and Alvin are very close. I mean,
Oh.
we could be on the air, whatever, and boom, all of a sudden Al gets a text from, Kyle.
Yeah.
Saying,
Kyle's probably watching Alvin on the broadcast. by the
he
way.
is.
Yeah, probably teasing
and-
him. Yeah.
Yes, he is. And but he, Kyle, when it comes to that stuff, is exceptional.
Yeah.
And 20 years. Think about that. 20 years.
Said so many teammates, so many stories to tell.
Yeah,
It's what he wants.
like he knows the game.
Right.
He knows the game. I mean, he knows exactly, what is happening out there. He's a great competitor, and I would imagine, for him, it's why, he loves playing golf. I'm sure, right? Just how do you fill the void of that competition? Because when you think about, great competitors in the history of the Raptors, I mean, ball goes up in the air, and that dude is
Crawling under George Hill's legs.
he's something else. So I'm looking forward to hearing him.
That's a good question. I like
Maybe
that.
you guys will end up working a game together. That'd
You
be-
never
That would
know.
be
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you guys had Vince on the broadcast.
Yeah,
a lot
last
this
year,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And obviously, like that
It'd
was
be fun
that
to have
was awesome.
Kyle come on and
Kyle
do a
should be
couple
on
of
the
games. It
broadcast
would
with
be a
you
lot of
guys.
fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
be
obviously
a
you got
lot
to
of fun.
retire first, but it's
Yeah,
around the
well,
corner eventually.
yeah,
That
yeah,
happened. And,
yeah.
Man, that would be great.
That would be. It would be a
Oh
lot
my
of
God.
fun.
We have
I mean,
another one here.
I think
from-
Alvin wouldn't get a. Oh man,
We'll
Alvin
get
might get
Jack-
teased for
we get
41
Jack-
games a year.
Oh, that's the way to go. This
Kyle.
is becoming ESPN halftime. Calm down. Calm down.
Get that garbage out of here.
Ace E wanted to know, Matt, if you had a chance to go back and call any game in NBA history, what game would it be? Matty on that Will Chamberlain.
Oh,
100-point game.
100-point game in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and there's no footage. There's no footage of that. Think about that.
That's all I'm saying.
The footage would be your
played
voice.
in Hershey,
man.
PA. I have never thought of that, but I tell you, I guess I couldn't say one game in particular, but I have done Jordan games before.
Wizards. Jordan?
Wizard and Bulls.
And Bulls. Okay.
But that was like I want to say that was like an international game that I was calling for ESPN International, and I was calling it out of a booth in Bristol, Connecticut. So I wasn't there.
Oh, okay,
live
okay,
live
yeah.
would have been Wizards. I would probably say not one specific game, but boy, the Lakers and Celtics, Showtime, those
Yeah.
series to me, that would have been really fun. That was Dick Stockton, one of the all-time great, announcers, calling that game or calling those games at the time. And then, of course, NBC got the rights in Marv Albert, and that was
Yeah,
the
of course.
Jordan era. And yes. So
I was gonna say.
I would say, probably a Celtic Laker series from
Yeah.
the 80s would just be really, a lot of fun.
Do you have a favorite like signature call from other broadcasters?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Damn. That's right.
All-
He's a
you
fan
know,
of himself.
No,
Jay-Z, who his favorite
no. I mean,
rapper is.
look, Chick Hearn was the one that, came up with, slam dunk and, a lot of those things. When I was doing minor league baseball and high school sports and college basketball way back in the day, I'd always listen to Chick Hearn. There's a guy that used to do the Golden State Warriors that was, I thought, really good on radio back in the day, and he had great rhythm and stuff. But Chick was always great to listen to, and then Jack Buck. I was always a fan of Jack Buck.
Of course.
St. Louis Cardinals, but a specific, call. I think the ones that probably come up in the moment that aren't necessarily people say like you come up with different things, and half the time you don't even know where they come from, right? You kind of do the prep and then you just go and see what develops. But
I think I feel like some broadcasters now, maybe they take the approach almost of like they have a line they want to use in mind beforehand.
It's like very catchphrasey.
Catchphrasey, and almost like let's try to go viral almost with this catchphrase.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, it takes me out of the experience a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to be there with you, like experiencing the excitement of the game or the ups and downs of the game that naturally come.
Yeah.
So I've always appreciated that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that any time that you I don't know. It's. I mean, look. With the 3-point calls, right? I only do that at home, and now because of the amount of threes that are being, I don't even do it every single one, right? But when people request it, I do it.
Except for when we say Pacific Mall. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, you can't get a bubble tea deal.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Pacific Mall can't get no love.
But
First Markham Place.
No, come on. Well, I haven't done, I typically do towns, cities, right?
Okay.
So, but anyway, off top of my head, I mean, obviously Marvin, the yes is iconic, right? It's iconic. And the foul. So, and he learned from Marty Glickman. You go back and, I don't want to bore people with broadcast, stuff like that, but Marty Glickman was, one of the original New York, Knicks announcers, and Marv ended up, calling radio, filling in for Marty back in the early 60s, and then, obviously had a, just a Hall of Fame legendary career. And there's some great, Johnny Most for the Celtics, and Kevin McHale told me some great Johnny Most stories back in the day, and that stuff is, is a lot of fun.
Yeah, you know what? I think I want people to even hear some of this stuff too, because there's got to be an appreciation. It's a craft of what you guys do, and there's a tradition that gets passed along in certain different schools and different approaches. So
and it is a craft that continues to evolve, because, as I said earlier, the game dictates where you go. How the game's being played, dictates, right? And I've said that, in today's day and age, with the pace of play, you're almost calling more play-by-play than you ever have on television, because the ball's going up and down. And then also, there used to be the theory of, you build the game up to that final moment, right? Well, now with social media, if there's a unbelievable, extraordinary dunk in the first quarter, it's going. So you gotta call that like, hey.
Yeah, it's got to be there.
It's got to be there.
Because it's going to be isolated when they clip it down.
100%. 100%. So that kind of change and evolves, and you think about it. And, I rewatch the games, the next morning typically. I'll go back and, hey, should I handle that a little bit differently? Could I have said this? Could I have said that?
It's like Alex listens to the pod.
No, this guy's grinding tape all the time.
He only listens to Hello and Welcome, on this podcast.
Only my audio, too. Try to stay focused.
He fast forwards to the Will part, so there's only 10 minutes of the episode.
Too much basketball. Late to class wanted to know for Matt, how excited are you for Jack to try and say Sandro's
I'm
last
going to
name?
tell you right now, it ain't happening.
He's just
I
Sandro
already
the whole
went
year.
up to Sandro,
Yeah.
and he like, Mama Skellisvili, right? Mama Skellisvili. And I've been saying, I'm like watching him, like, Mama Skellisvili, and I got to get that right by
Yeah.
Monday, right?
Yeah.
And
This guy's in the
and
mirror
last
rehearsing.
year I used to have fun, saying it. Now I'm going to have to say it again. And
That was a great game.
And,
I remember that one,
so anyway, it'll be funny to see if Jack and Al decide to go there.
Oh, yeah.
But they may just be like Mamu,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jerome came up with a good nickname. Speaking of nicknames too, Mamu Ginobili. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing alike,
Devlin
man.
just looks at me.
Jerome, great job.
Get over here.
Thank you.
Colin Turner just wanted to say, Matt, thank you for your awesome game calling. My boy wants to call games like you someday. See, you're out here inspiring
You're
the
inspiring.
next
Hey, we
generation.
saw a lot
man.
of
Here's the
fans,
best.
man.
Well, no,
Oh,
here's
man.
the best.
We spent.
This guy got mobbed outside University
that's
of Calgary today.
It took us forever to get around Calgary because this guy kept getting
Oh,
stopped
my
for
God.
photos and man.
So here's the thing. What you do, and of
Unbelievable.
course, it's so different today than when I was, trying to get better at it, as I still am today. But back in the day, you go to Radio Shack, you get a cassette tape and a little mic, and turn down the sound, and
then you're
now
working
you
in
got a
Abilene,
phone.
Texas.
Now you got a phone. So, I would just say turn down the sound of the game, and if your son or daughter want to call games, do it right into your phone and go back and listen, and you can be your own critic, and then you can go back and listen to me or somebody else, say, okay, hey, I like this, don't like that, what should I do, and that's how you get start getting the reps.
Yeah. Sometimes less is more too, I think.
Sometimes less is
gotta
more.
let the game breathe.
You got to let the game breathe. It depends, though. I mean, again, it's in those moments for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are moments, right, where the pictures will tell the stories.
Right.
And you do. I mean, it's an excellent point. It's an excellent point.
Yeah, no, those are some of the listener questions. You guys want to keep sending them in? We can cover more later as well. All right, which segment are we going to now?
Are we on a life advice?
Well, there's top 5 Asian athletes. There's Matt's 4 favorite movies.
No.
There's some kind of gambling life advice segment, and then we're playing a game with you at the end to test your sports knowledge.
So where do you want to go, Matt? Let's you decide where we're going first.
Let's go top 5 Asian athletes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were telling us about the legend of Sadaharu. Oh.
Sadaharu O.
Yeah.
Yomiuri Giants.
You gotta school the listeners.
Yeah.
on
Okay.
that.
So
one of the greatest home run hitters of all time.
Yeah.
yes.
You okay?
Got so excited, man.
Yes.
He's
So
just
excited.
parallel parking.
Yeah. Hit 868 home runs
More than Barry Bonds.
and just a phenomenal baseball player, legend.
Yeah,
in
but
the
this is such a
Japanese
smart poll in conversations because, like, I feel like present day, we'd say like
deep cut.
Ichiro, some of the, you
Hideki
know,
Shohei.
yeah,
Shohei.
Yeah. Shohei Ohtani, of course.
Yeah.
But to pull out Sadaharu,
Sadaharu.
No, because you made me look
that's
it
a
up.
nice pull. Man.
No, we
We were just talking.
We're
the
just
other night.
talking. We're having a good time, and you brought it up. I'm like, there's no way this is a real person, and you're like, this is what they did. This is how many home runs. We looked it up. You were off by like 2 home runs.
Yeah.
This is
I was
incredible,
off by
man.
4. I think
Four,
you said
four.
864 and it was 868.
Do you think
Yeah.
you could crush like a sports Jeopardy type thing?
No.
Do you think your knowledge,
No,
like,
I
I
mean,
feel like you know a lot
I mean,
across all
random
sports too.
Random stuff, and
Yeah.
and I don't know. Like sometimes you say, yeah, you can recall certain things, and then sometimes there's things that you can't recall, and you just called the game, right? So, I found the people that have probably the best recall on games. It is amazing when you talk to coaches or players that are
Oh
in
yeah.
it. And
Well,
then,
LeBron's
and then
famous for-
gamblers.
Gambling segment coming up next.
I lost what?
The only bet that matters is your next bet. Yeah,
That's what
all-
the
I
dealer
always
was
say.
saying to you at the blackjack table.
So do you have since I guess we captioned this top 5 Asian athletes?
And this is
Do you have another 4
subjective,
for
man.
us? Yeah.
So we're putting O on the list.
Yeah.
Putting O on the list.
Yeah. There's been
Well, I think you have to put Shohei.
Yeah.
Shohei, of course. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Shohei,
Shohei Ippei. Behind every great player
Ichiro.
is a successful translator gambling his money
What
away.
are you guys doing? It's the end of the segment. So my 4 favorite movies.
Yeah.
Because
the
you guys,
record.
the other night, you guys were actually saying, okay, hey,
Yeah.
you know.
We're gonna come up with you.
So Good Will Hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. I rewatched that recently. It still holds up. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful film.
Shawshank.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
my
another
first DVD.
classic.
First DVD that I bought. Yeah.
Classic.
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
Oh, Hoosiers.
Really?
Yeah, you know, like you have
You
to
love
think
it,
of
you're
a
like,
sports,
Sure.
from a sports perspective. Like,
Go measure the rim.
you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, from a sports perspective, you know, there's been a lot of different baseball, you know, right, Field of Dreams and you know, the
Hoosiers.
Natural. But I would maybe put Hoosiers in there. And I don't know, 4th, you know.
Oh, come on.
You gotta come up with a 4. Can't be 3.
It's got to be a tearjerker or something. You know,
Can't
you got
be
to
3.
cover the whole spectrum of
Like
it.
what terms of endearment?
Ooh.
Damn.
I'm trying to think.
Wild Things.
This is the thing. Everyone when they get so there's like a letterbox thing. You know, when people like.
Are you familiar
rate-
with this letterbox
Letterboxd.
phenomenon? So everybody's logging all the movies that they watched.
Yeah, Alex has a.
So you
very
do like a
famous Letterboxd,
5-star
for example.
rating, and then you have to put your 4
What are your
favorites. Uncut Gems. Have you seen the one with Adam Sandler?
yeah.
He
You
loves
like it
Uncut
that
Gems.
much?
He
Well,
loves it,
that's
man.
my favorite one because it combines
gambling.
2 of my favorite things: basketball and gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball and gambling.
It's his favorite sports
So
movie.
it's a little
yeah.
bit like yourself in the movie.
Yeah. I
Right.
like to put myself in those situations.
Yeah, it doesn't
yeah.
end well for Adam Sandler. Like, there's not Uncut Gems 2. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can't. It's not possible to make Uncut Gems.
This
a
movie,
sequel.
Mikey and Nikki by Elaine May, I think is from the 60s.
wow.
It's a very
that-
deep male friendship story.
That's when you want people to know that you're like a cinephile.
Yeah.
Like, you're
It's
really
kind
well
of like
researched.
a little,
Gotcha.
show off.
Yeah.
Speed with Keanu Reeves, remember?
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that was good.
And then of course the Chinese movie Infernal Affairs, which is what The Departed is based on. Yeah. So Richard
Okay.
Departed's a
so
great
The
film, too.
Departed's good. The
Departed's
Town's
great, too.
good.
yeah.
All right, Joe
Joe
Mazzulla.
Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla's on with us.
How about you? What are your
Top 4? Oh, man. I mean, at least 2 of them got to be Chinese movies. But I recently, honestly, it's not a recency bias thing, but on the flight from Toronto to Calgary, I made sure to download Yi Yi, which is by Edward Yang. It's the last film he made before. He made a lot of great films, but Yi Yi is very, very good. It's 3 hours, but it's like, it just pulls you in. It's beautiful and how sort of like
We gotta
they
put you on
showcase the
that
humanity of it
Asian
all.
cinema, man.
Yeah.
Love Mountains May Depart, another Chinese film. This is by Jia Zhangke, a great director, really beautiful. I cried so much the first time I watched it. I brought my whole family together, and then we all cried together to watch it, which was great. Lord of the Rings. I'm just gonna have to put the whole trilogy. If I had to pick one, probably Fellowship of the Ring. You know, very special movie to me, and of course Rush Hour. Man, come on.
Rush Hour. Okay.
Well,
Well, another
honestly,
thing,
Hitch
I'm
could
gonna
be
go
there.
like some like Bourne, you know,
Could be
like the
anything.
original Bourne.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
okay.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that's a
you
great
go put
choice,
that-
man.
I mean, like, look
You're
at
a
when that-
Bostonian at this point,
when,
man.
When
Are you
some
kidding
when
me?
some of those come on like late at night, you know, you always get hooked in.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
one of the Bournes, except for the one that Damon wasn't in.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Throw that one out. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
But
Yeah.
those will always suck you in. I can't remember. You know.
That's like The Godfather. The Godfather's just always on.
Yeah.
And you just
then
you can't switch over. How are you gonna switch over from The Godfather? You're like, oh, this scene's coming up, and
Yeah,
then this scene,
exactly.
and then you're there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Are you a big movie guy when you guys are flying, like planes and stuff? Or no?
I would say I wouldn't say like big, but you know, more of the binge watching of
Yeah.
series, right?
Sure.
And Mobland, you know, like,
Mobland.
do you know
Cool.
Mobland?
Mobland.
I've heard of
Tom-
Mobland,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's with
Yeah.
I think it's Tom Hardy, right? The actor Tom Hardy.
Yep.
And Pierce Brosnan's in it. You got to check it out.
Mobland.
Mobland.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've heard of Mobland.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
gotta check it out.
Okay. Trust you.
Just got done watching The House of Guinness.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
House of
and-
Guinness,
and
yeah.
then,
This guy split the G, bro.
And then
you split
have
the
you
G with- you
seen
split-
Slow Horses?
Oh, I love Slow Horses with Gary Oldman.
Yeah, that's been
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
Murders in a Building. That's
Oh,
funny
yeah,
with
classic,
You know,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's so many seasons now.
There's
I feel
so
like.
so many seasons.
Yeah.
Everything.
That building, man, they gotta close it
Oh,
down.
so you're like a TV binge watcher.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
be more
like
of a
if I
TV
go
guy.
down, like if we're, you know, on a flight or something like that, before
Yeah.
I leave, I'll try to download
Right.
as many things as I can, and then,
Yeah.
you know, just while you're flying away.
Well, you're no longer playing Boo-Ray on the planes anymore.
Exactly.
We were really trying to get you to teach us how to play Boo-Ray, man. Because
I'm not.
Instead, we talking Blu-rays.
bars.
That was back when I was younger, a different team, and the limit was very reasonable.
Yeah.
So
Inflation.
yeah.
Oh man.
So
Yeah. Do NBA players? I guess do they still play cards?
Of course, they all.
I don't know.
It's not gonna tell you.
You wouldn't know.
Don't get this guy.
Maybe I do know. And maybe
He's
I
moving
don't.
like Ipe right now.
He's like, yes, I am Shohei Ohtani.
Get that little Ipe vibe.
when the bank
We should
calls.
call a bank in LA right now live and see if we can get into
What's wrong
Ohtani's
with
account.
Hey, Jerome, what's going on?
All right, so we made it through Maddie's 4 movies. What is next on this?
I think it's like life advice / gambling. I think let's go with life advice first, actually.
Yeah, life advice. What's going on with life advice?
Okay, so Alex, describe to us last night.
Yeah, we hit up the beautiful Cowboys Casino here in Calgary, Alberta.
It's got the Hitman, Brett the Hitman.
Yeah, we hit up a Brett the Hitman themed bar, and then
Yep.
of course, the sad walk to the ATM.
You were practically jogging.
Pay
to the
that
ATM.
$4.50 fee, withdraw some money, sit down at a $15 blackjack table, and yeah, the dealer cleaned Cash and I out in I believe 15 minutes.
It was
quick.
Yeah, we got blitzed.
No,
It was
and to be clear, like Alex is actually a pretty good blackjack player. I've seen him double up many times and walk away
Split.
yeah.
I thought I found it interesting that you made the decision that you were so impressed by the dealer just cleaning you out
Yeah.
that you tipped the dealer.
I
Tipping
did,
the
so-
dealer for losing in record time.
For me, it's like for the love of the game, Like I think, like when Derek Jeter retired, remember, people were in the
respect.
stands. Yeah,
Yeah.
respect. Like for me,
Yeah.
that was the respect. Like that was the respect. Like
Right.
it wasn't her, it was the cards, and I have to deal with the cards that were dealt. And I was just so impressed by the run that she went on.
So Matt,
But you get what you do is you get up after you realize the run that she's on, right?
Yeah.
No, but this is the
Whoa, no,
problem.
no.
This is the core problem of gambling is when it's bad, you think the
It's
next
gonna be
one
good,
is going to
yeah.
turn around.
that's literally gambler's fallacy.
Yeah.
Did you at least get a free drink in all this?
No, he was there for so short of a time.
The
the
server
waitress
did
hadn't
not
come around
come
yet. Yeah. No, it was funny because he was sick. I think he like fought his way to 19 with like 4 cards. I forget what, but 19, 4 cards, pretty good already. Dealer I think was showing queen. She's like, I'm sorry, and she just flips, and it's boom. It's like it's a 10. It's just 20 will beat the 19 kind of thing. And Alex like so sick, he like puts the 5 on the table, starts to walk away.
That was my tip. Yeah, that was my tip.
The dealer was like, "Excuse me, sir, you can't buy back in with $5. It's a 15-minute."
I'm like, no, ma'am, this is the
That's
tip.
just for you.
I'm like,
That's just for
respect.
That was extra embarrassing when she
You
was.
already took thousands of dollars. Here's a 5. But the best part about it is you're heading back tonight.
Well,
It is his birthday, Luck,
yeah,
his
It's
luck
your
can change.
birthday. So
Yeah.
maybe you'll be lucky.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I ended my 40th terribly, hoping to start my 41st.
That's right. Just forget about it.
on a
man.
brighter
Yeah.
note.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, on a brighter note.
That was yesteryear.
I don't know
Yeah.
where the life advice and all that is.
Yeah,
but,
unclear because I'm not
you
not
know,
taking
I-
any
but
advice
just-
right now.
Right
yeah.
now, you are not. You are stone
not.
cold, locked in. You're going back.
You know, sometimes you just see that look in your friend's eyes. You just gotta let them
You
hit
gotta-
rock
well,
bottom
and
first.
we're there because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
You gotta hit rock bottom first before you have any interventions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, shouts to
Life
Ipe, man.
advice, career advice.
Career
No, you guys are
advice,
doing
general
awesome.
advice.
No, you guys are doing amazing, and you have a great following, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
just always fun to come on and talk hoops with you guys. So I appreciate you having to be on, and you guys are real talented at what you do, and
You know what?
you're passionate about it, so it's fun.
Thank you. First off, thank you. It means a lot coming from you in particular. But I actually something came to mind for me recently. A career consult. Okay.
Yeah.
So people don't tell you this, but once you get to do this for a while, you start to build connections and relationships with it. Especially if you're doing it well, you're building like genuine friendships and genuine relationships with the people involved in the business. How do you go from we're having a good time, we're friends, we're talking about things, and then once in a while you're like, hey, I actually got to talk to you about work, because especially from my perspective, people do like to know like, hey, Will, what are you hearing about the team? maybe I'll try to ask a question or two kind of on their behalf. It's reporting, basic kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, specifically, he's referring to in Vegas. You know, we went to the Backstreet Boys concert and got to hang out with Bobby Webster.
Hey,
And
we
some
drank nothing
members,
but top shelf,
some
man.
members of the team
Thank you,
after.
sir.
And then the next day, he pulls Bobby aside. He's like, "Hey, can we talk some business?" And then Bobby's like, "Oh yeah, fine." He's like, "Are you getting the job?" And then Bobby's like, "I can't tell you that."
So I need the finesse. I need to learn a little finesse.
Like that balance, that balance.
You know what I'm talking about? It's a unique problem.
I would say, you know, it's a little bit different from my standpoint because I don't have to necessarily break any news or report, you know, right? So that's different. Yeah. But I pretty much always separate everything, you know, when it comes to that. You know, I have a lot of friends, you know, throughout the league and, you know, whether they're in executive positions or coaches and, or whether players, you know, you go out to dinner with a player, whatever like that. And a lot of times basketball doesn't even come up, you know, where you're just talking about other things. And then, but I do think that there are times when, but I typically allow that other person, so maybe, you know, you'd allow.
Maybe you don't just jump in the pool like, hey,
exactly.
Hey, are you getting this job? Are you getting the job of your life right now?
Bobby had started talking business, and okay, here's my opportunity, instead of just because you guys were bye.
That's in sync.
Is it?
Ooh, got him.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's the shape of my heart. You know.
Is it?
So come on, man.
Got him.
Anyway,
the
you did
Millennium
get me.
album.
I'm not good when it comes to that.
We got quizzes for you later, actually.
Yeah. So anyway,
these guys are eat boy band knowledge.
I got to learn a little finesse, but that's a great one, actually. Let them sort of bring it up first.
Yeah, when they bring it up, then you know, like,
yeah.
Okay, hey, you know, we can kind of.
It's so hard sometimes. I feel like
I just wanted to get the scoop. That would have been a great scoop, man. If I was the one to break that, you know,
no, but
sources tell the podcast.
We're in these rooms. Like sometimes it feels very like transactional because sometimes I think people think, you know, obviously expect like media people to want to get information off people and stuff. It's hard to like balance that and like actually build like genuine relationships.
Yeah, you know, for sure. But then I think anybody in those positions, as you know, you how you build those relationships is a trust element, you know, of on and off the record,
for sure,
right?
Oh, yeah. And that part is very.
And when you think about the ones that excel the most, can you imagine what back in the day Woj knew and never reported out, right?
Yeah,
or, you know, Brian Windhorst or any, you know, Shams and right, and so, but that's how you develop those relationships, get the trust, and then when it's time on certain things to break a story, you know, you're the one that gets it, right?
I don't know. Have we had a big scoop? We have a big scoop. You had a big one recently. Sandro.
What did I do? Oh yeah, that Sandro is going to be the backup 5 on this team.
Wow.
I've also received information from possibly someone from City Hall about where the Tempo new practice facility will be built.
Wow.
Yeah, but
really?
I can't reveal that yet.
We'll tell you off air. Just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is very low level.
No, we always joke about it because, you know, obviously Woj, you know, it's obviously everyone knows the phrase Woj, but Alex loves to break news himself, but his last name's Wong.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Jerome's got the graphic.
We say Wonj.
Yeah.
For Alex, but you know, it's not a bomb when it's like, hey,
once again, these level of stories, we can't be wasting Devlin's time explaining what Wonj.
Where am I? Where am I?
Yeah, we are, man. And yet we are. My goodness, man.
Where am I going?
Oh man! All right,
Thursday night, just, you know, a little baseball.
Should we take a break and then
definitely
test Devlin's?
And see if I come back.
Test Devlin's sports knowledge.
Let's take a very quick break, and when we come back, another surprise quiz for Matt Devlin.
Oh boy.
This show is brought to you by Simply Spiked. Will, I know summer's over, but you are not done with Simply Spiked, are you?
No, absolutely. This is my preferred drink of choice, as you know.
What do you prefer? What is your favorite flavor? Is it the lemonade? Is it peach? Is it limeade?
Number one is actually the blueberry, which I tried looking around my house. I don't even have anymore.
Well, good to know. It's not even anything I listed there. Hello and welcome, fans. If you're not sure what flavor you want to get yourself a variety pack so you can try each flavor. It really is the ideal drink for any occasion, from hanging with your friends to catching this upcoming Toronto Raptors season. Nothing will get you feeling refreshed and ready for the season like Simply Spiked. Fall is approaching, but there's no need for pumpkin spice when you got Simply Spiked.
Oh, very good. But no.
Thank you. I know this is an ad, but Will, you really love your Simply Spiked.
Absolutely is not a joke. I'm not kidding.
Pick up Simply Spiked at your local liquor store for your next hangout. Must be legal drinking age. Celebrate responsibly.
Okay, we are back. Matt Devlin. We have not given him enough time to escape the studio, and that means he has to face the test that we play on this show. It's actually usually called a basketball reference game.
Okay.
But because you're such a multi-sport
I don't know that.
athlete and broadcaster, I mean, look, I've looked at your resume. You know, you called NFL games. You know, basketball, obviously, baseball. I mean, I don't know.
But a lot of the stuff I know is just random, so it's
Yeah.
not,
But you're a ball knower, okay? Again,
Yeah, I don't know.
you're letting us know about Sadaharu
yeah.
at an undisclosed location. So Alex is the quiz master here on the show.
He
and he
is.
actually has a couple of guys to throw at you.
All
so.
I have are questions, no answers, man. Sports reference game. So here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna put different categories. The first category is former Toronto Raptor players. Okay.
But these are guys under your tenure, okay? So
Under
we're not
your
going back to like the
tenure.
90s or whatever.
So what's going
in
to
the
happen?
Devlin era.
Ben Uzo.
What's going to happen is we're going to read out this player's
Close enough,
resume.
in that range. You're thinking the right
Yeah,
range.
we're going to read out this player's resume, the teams that he's been on,
Oh gosh.
and then you're able to ask as many questions as you want.
Yeah, you can get
Typical
wrong
questions
guesses too.
people ask are,
Moon.
position. You can use the race card, and
just-
then
just,
there's all these different it's like playing Monopoly.
Sometimes, if you play the race card and we tell you Asian American, then it's either Jeremy Lin or Yuta Watanabe. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Sadaharu O.
Linus Kleza.
So this player started his career in 2008 with the Golden State Warriors. Spent 2 years in Golden State and then joined Toronto in 2010. But he only spent 1 year in Toronto. Went on to play for the New Orleans Hornets, Chicago Bulls, San Antonio Spurs, Sacramento Kings, Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta, Philly, San Antonio.
He had a really long end of career.
Yeah.
Retired in 2020.
I would say he's best known for his work with the Spurs.
Yep. He was once on the cover of GQ, but for a foreign country. Yeah. You can ask for position.
Yeah.
You know,
Man, it doesn't have to be the first right guess.
yeah.
Well, I know,
You
I'm
can
just
throw
trying
in
to-
as
Yeah,
many
yeah.
guesses as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
And
coming
you
to
can
mind
ask
for you?
us as many questions as you want.
Okay, what position?
So shooting guard.
What number did he wear?
Ooh, should we allow that? We've never had someone ask for a
Yeah,
number.
it's on the best reference page. He's worn a lot of numbers.
He's worn 3, 8, 18, 21.
With the Raptors.
Ooh.
0 with the Raptors.
0
0.
It's the only time in his career he wore 0.
in 2010. One of his nicknames on Basketball Reference is the Professional. Yeah.
That doesn't say anything. The professional. They're all professionals, man. Who's-
God, I can't think.
He was a
said
member
point
of
guard?
this. He was a member of the Spurs championship winning team.
European player. European
Yeah, well,
shooting
that
guard. Yeah.
not
Shooting guard.
Roko Ukic,
No.
not
On the cover of GQ Italy.
Yeah.
GQ Italy.
Italy. Oh, Marco Bellinelli.
Yeah,
There we
there we go.
go.
Come on,
Man, Marco
come on.
Bellinelli.
There we
on.
go.
Come on,
It's about to get harder.
Okay, so
Okay, well that was
that was actually level 1.
That's quite easy.
Difficulty.
Not gonna lie, I would have got
There's
that
been a
pretty
lot
quick.
of play last year. There were 39 of them. I mean,
All I hear are excuses.
now we got excuses.
There we go.
Okay, this player started his career 2007 with Dallas, and then ended up in San Antonio for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the Raptors for 1 season where he played 19 games, and then goes to Houston. He's back in Toronto for 16 games in 2010, and then ends his career with the New Orleans Hornets in 2011.
This is unbelievable.
He
This is a tough player.
He is a
He's played 61
power
games.
forward.
Where did he go to school?
He went to school at George Washington College.
George Washington University.
George Washington University.
He's not American.
The
He's
Colonial.
Canadian.
He later
In the
got into
Atlantic
scouting
10.
and coaching.
Yeah, well, he works in the NBA right now. Actually,
I sat next to Media Row with him at
Seemed a decent
Raptors
amount,
games.
actually. There's one hint on here that I think would
Foreign
really
player,
help.
foreign player.
Another foreign player.
Another foreign player.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Who is it?
Pops.
There we go.
Whoa!
That's a nice poll.
That's a good poll. That's a lot harder
That's
than the
a
Marco
nice
Bellinelli
poll.
one.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
nice
What gave it away? Was
Sponsored.
it the foreign player?
foreign player.
No,
British.
Coaching, scouting?
Yeah, the scouting stuff, and I see Pops. Yeah,
That's what. Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
the time. He's one of my
There we
favorites
go.
back in the day. I don't know.
great
There was-
guy.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy. Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Man, you could go 0 for the next 8 and still hit the Mendoza line.
Yeah.
Like that?
I knew that you. By the way, Mario Mendoza
Oh my God.
was
Jerome, get ready to cook.
from Godfather 1. Yeah.
Get ready
was
to
the
cook.
manager of a minor league baseball team. He was awesome.
Yeah,
Great.
known
yeah.
for the Mendoza line.
Yeah, but don't.
Yeah.
mention
Okay, on to baseball.
that. Okay, well, now
Okay, so
we're
you're
doing
2 for 2 in basketball. That's pretty good.
baseball. Yeah,
This
All right.
is these are former Toronto Blue Jays players. Okay.
Okay.
So this is an outfielder, joined the Toronto Blue Jays in 1995. Played from 95 to 2002 with Toronto, and then went to Minnesota for 5 seasons, Oakland, back to Toronto in 2008, and then retired.
Can I tell my Kelly Gruber story?
Sure.
Sure.
So I'm
I
calling.
didn't know that's an option, but all right.
Just
Yeah.
took a detour.
Absolutely, man.
1993.
I'm hosting this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling the Palm Springs Angels
Okay. Once again, feels
in
like
the
you made that up.
California League.
Yeah.
Baseball, and he had, at that time, as you guys know, so that would have been 93, because in 94 we moved to Lake Elsinore.
Of course.
Became the Storm, but anyway,
So teach us about
Kelly
Louis
Gruber
Riel.
was with the California Angels, the then
Okay.
California
Okay.
Angels,
Right, yeah.
Sure.
and he came down on assignment to the minor leagues because he had the neck issue. And
Yeah.
he was trying to get back. He, to the minor leaguers, was amazing. And, so a lot of times when the big leaguers would come down to the minors,
Yeah.
they would kind of take care of the guys and stuff like that. And while he was there, after every game, he would have a spread of food for guys.
Oh, wow.
And one day, he brought his World Series ring and
Yeah.
addressed the team and talked about it.
Great
and
vet.
he was awesome. And
That's what you do for your crew, man.
Yeah, that's what you do. And that wasn't the case with every big leaguer that came down on a rehab assignment. But he was great.
All right, stop ducking the question.
It's not Kelly, man. It's not.
Yeah, well,
story,
it's
though.
1995 to 2002.
Was with the Jays.
Yeah,
Went to-
pitcher,
Outfielder.
Outfielder.
And
you
then
said.
went to Minnesota for 4 seasons. And then tail end of his career, 1 year in Oakland, 1 year in Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Shannon Stewart?
Yeah,
No.
know
This is
Shannon
the wrong
Stewart.
era? Am I pulling from the wrong era?
Yeah. What's your era of baseball? I think that's
Yeah.
maybe. We
I mean,
gotta-
I was in the minors at that time.
Okay.
I can.
No,
I mean,
no.
look at it depends, right? Like, can talk about Bucky Dent and Don Mattingly and
Bucky Dent. That's what I left at the Cowboys casino last night on the way out.
that's what they call you this morning. Man.
oh man,
No, listen, we're not going to put you in a position where we're, giving you players that's not of the right era. This
Yeah,
game is
yeah,
meant
yeah.
to show
that's
off
all
your
right.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
No, I
that's
think you should retire at Pop's
Dimitri. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dimitri Young.
Dimitri.
Remember Dimitri Young?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
I was 1993
Yeah.
Springfield Cardinals. He was
Wow.
first round pick of the Cardinals and the third baseman.
Yeah, Dimitri.
John Mabry was in right field. He had some time in the big
John
leagues.
Mabry, wow.
You don't remember him, do you?
I remember John
Oakland
Mabry.
A's.
My next
and
guy I was going to give you was Woody
Cardinals.
Williams. Remember Woody Williams?
Woody Williams. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my guy.
Yeah.
All right, we're abandoning this game.
I thought you were gonna give him some leaps.
At least we're Gary Roberts.
Gary Roberts,
Tom
my guy.
Russell. And then I was going to
He's
do
the
Deion
best.
Sanders and Jerry Rice.
Come on, you gotta give him more respect than that. Making him guess Jerry Rice.
Mississippi Valley State.
See?
Unbelievable.
That's
This
where he
guy's
went
a
to
wealth
school.
of knowledge. Like
Went to school at Mississippi Valley.
Devlin, I
State,
think,
right?
would win. Would be a
Yeah,
heavy
there was a
contender for
show back in the day called
Jeopardy.
Stump the Schwab.
Yeah, Stump the Schwab.
Yeah,
He
I
was
don't
like
know
an
about
ultimate
that.
sports knowledge guy, and
Yeah.
you should have been on there. Talking
Yeah.
about.
All right, well, that was great.
Oh,
This guy's ending the show for us.
We got questions, man.
So tough. Is that it? I think that might be it.
We don't have questions.
No,
That's
we
it.
read-
Nobody
we-
else asked a question.
No,
That's
there's
it?
lots of questions.
There's a lot of comments, questions. Let's see what else is there.
All right, has Matty D tried cha su?
This is just barbecue.
It's like a Chinese barbecue pork type of thing.
No.
Okay.
You ever walk by Chinatown? You see the pork hanging in the window. You know what I mean? Like the meats are like hanging in the window.
Yeah.
Actually, that's another dangerous conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's another dangerous one, man. Oh man.
You guys. You guys.
Jerome, please put any other questions on here,
We got
man.
a Raptors media member say that you shouldn't, no matter what, ever tip dealers at the casino. Thoughts on that?
I feel like that's.
Yeah, that's
a
not
harsh
right.
rule. That's a feel
Yeah,
like-
I would think that you would.
I feel like tipping. I tip
Yeah.
every time I get a
I don't know about
blackjack.
when you're losing, but if you're winning, I would think that.
Yeah,
you
throw a
know,
little
that's-
back,
I
you
think
know?
that's like protocol.
Yeah,
is it
I
not?
think it's
Yeah.
good karma too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I can't believe Josh would be so stingy, man.
oh, is that who? Who made that comment?
No, we can't. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
No, we can't be outing people, man. Come on.
That ain't
That's
right.
it.
That
That
ain't
ain't right, man. That ain't right. Ipe.
I'm
You
in the
guys.
situation. I'm taking the hit for that one, man.
All right, this might be it.
Oh man.
We're
might
all
be it.
good. Yeah. Yo, exit us out, man.
Really? I'm looking
Yes.
for more questions. so
No,
that gets
man.
in
This,
trouble.
see, this is a career advice you need to give him. He can never end a podcast when there's a natural ending.
The
He
difference
won't
is
let
the,
it go.
the game for a broadcast. You guys have
He
a time
won't let it
slot. You're
go.
done. You know, but I gotta say goodbye to my friends now, including Matt Devlin, of course.
You gotta. I mean, and you want to continue on.
Well, I mean,
It's you know, what time did we start this thing?
So it's been an hour and 15 minutes.
yeah,
that's
it's like
it?
a regular. Yeah,
Yeah, it flew by.
time flies
It
by.
did.
Man.
It flew by. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You only gave us
I'll
3
see
out
you
of 5
guys.
Asian
I'll
athletes,
see you
man.
guys next year. I'll see you next year.
Oh,
I mean, here's
man.
the best part. We had everything lined up. I was going to do those weekly appearances, and we had the.
I don't know if we.
That was it a weekly appearance? No, I think that we had like a sponsor all
we were
lined
gonna
up,
do a
and then that
sponsor,
whole
a
thing
bubble tea
just,
sponsor. Man.
yeah, the whole thing just kind of went sideways.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
Boba
know what
Bataze,
happened.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna call you Boba Bataze.
Yeah. So once
good
a
enough.
year
That's
is
a good one.
good.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Well, we'll
see.
see you.
JR
We'll see you.
Manitas says he's looking forward to seeing you at the Big Bang.
The Big Bank.
Jr.
He's like,
you know Jr.
Yeah, Big Bank. Yeah.
he knows the Big Bang.
You don't know JR.
I don't know. Big Bank. Is it at Scotia Bank?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the nickname. Yeah.
yeah.
The Vault.
The bank.
The Vault.
The bank.
You know Jr. Right? Like
Off to Vancouver tomorrow.
he doesn't know Jr. It's great. Yo, Jr. Man.
No, that's not true.
Know your place,
That
buddy.
ain't right, man. All right,
ain't
wrap
right.
it up.
Hey,
We're going to Vancouver. Let's go.
we're going to Vancouver. Well, you're going to
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't wait.
excited.
Denver. I see Jonas Valanciunas will be a lot
Oh,
of fun. JV,
JV,
and
man.
always great to get out to Vancouver. And
Absolutely. A little
and
meet
here
greet.
we go. And here
lot
we
of
go.
fans.
Here we go.
Yep, and then
we
we're
go.
gonna be we're in this for the next 5 months and hopefully longer because this Raptors team I think is ready to win again.
Yeah, I agree.
It'd be a nice change of pace. Matt Devlin, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. And we'll see you
know,
guys tomorrow.
Yes, we
And
will be
not
tomorrow
tonight at the casino. I can tell you that. I will not be at the
That's
casino.
fair.
Just in case, just look up the one that has the Brett the Hitman Hart cafe in it, and we'll meet at that one. All right. So, thanks everyone for listening. For myself, Will, and Alex, it's been the Hello Welcome podcast. We'll catch you tomorrow. Actually, we'll do another show tomorrow. My
Are
goodness.
you? Who's the guest?
The guest is just my opinions on this open practice, sir. Come
Oh,
on, man.
really? So
People-
you're going to do it after?
They're gonna have to imagine because obviously they won't be seeing the action, so they're gonna be like, "Wow, man, Ochai had this great dunk," and they're like, I can only picture it." So, stay
Ochai?
tuned.
Oh my. Can I say that? Or should I
course.
leave that to OG?
No, I think you can carry that over.
You know what? That's a good question. Actually, can players? You
You
know
can
what?
carry
End the
that
pod.
over.